Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Glad y'all could join me today. We're going to get into all the props. DraftKings on my end just dropped a bunch of props. So I do want to get into all of that. This should be a good show today. I want to get into all the props. Let me pay the bills first. What up, Muscles? What up? Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing blog, at all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, so you had to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. I'm going to show you how to consistently make money betting on the sport, guys. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. Additionally, I'm gonna get y'all 2 locks this week. Y'all are gonna get 2 locks this week. Join the Patreon. You get the lock of the week. You get access to the Discord absolutely free. In the Discord, you get all the live betting, you get all the props, you get all of that stuff as well. So join the Patreon. Link is in the description. Just $5 a month. After you guys do that, you guys know where you need to go. Head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. The Carnival Bar, it's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. It's a meal in your pocket, the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. CarnivalBar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. CarnivalBar.com. All right, y'all. It's a good one. I'm going to want to answer a lot of questions. I want to move through this quickly. Glad everyone is here today. I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. Started 5 minutes late, unfortunately. But I want to get through the props. There's a lot of updated bets. I want to help you guys come up with some parlays, different thing like that. But let me know if you have any questions. Any questions, comments, thoughts, leave them in the super chat. I want to address them as well. Yeah, I was asking if Eddie Hearn is smashing Sky Nicholson. I've always got that vibe. Like, they were always close. And Rambo says, I reckon she has that guilt look. Exactly, Ram. I picked up on that too. You're not alone in picking up on that. All right. All right. Let's get into it. All right. Let me pull up the big board. Look at the props. Again, I just want to recap real quick. Going to be going live every single. What up, Dave? What up? Going to be going live every single day this week. Today is Wednesday. We're going live Thursday, twice on Friday, Saturday, post fights. So we're going to give you guys as many shows as possible. I want to get y'all as many shows as possible. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. All right. And then I'm going to be dropping a video. I just dropped Wong and Flynn. I dropped Zepeda and Farmer last night. So you guys have a lot of videos. I want to get into it. I'm going to tell you guys off a jump. After watching Jordan Flynn, I don't understand. I don't understand what y'all see in him. I watched the tape. I don't get it. He's gonna get his ass kicked. But let's get into it. And I'm not a huge Cameron Wong fan. Like, this is more of an indictment on Wong than it is it's more of an indictment on Flynn than it is an endorsement on Wong. All right, but let's get into it. Wong minus 750, Corolla minus 2,500. I would feel safe with all these. I think that the odds are low enough where you could use them in your parlays. Minus 2,500, obviously not great. Minus 750, obviously not great. But I think both these are safe. Cameron Wong is getting more favorable. I would look to lock in on that bet. Just these two alone is minus 575. So you're getting somewhere. You're getting some 588. I'm sorry, 588 minus 588, not 575. So you're getting somewhere with that. We had a couple more things. We can make some money off of this. All right. A bunch of the props I want to get into. Delonte Johnson and Kendo Castaneda. They don't have any props on this yet. This is a fight that I would bet the over on. Kendo Castaneda is tough as hell. Delonte Johnson, not the biggest puncher. He usually goes the distance. I don't have any props on this, but I would bet the over on this. I would bet this fight to go the distance. Does anyone have an over bet on Tiger Johnson and Kendo Tremendo? Does anyone have a prop bet on this? think I may have bet under 1.5 knockdowns. I think I have my bet under 1.5 knockdowns on Zepeda and Farmer and Mayer and Rhymes. Yeah, I think we're going to get into that. The knockdown bets are used. Do you think Zepeda and Farmer being a 12-rounder changes much? I'd still take the over on it. The over is 10.5 instead of 8.5. I'd still take it. Farmer's durable as hell. I think this fight goes the distance. Just take the over in case there's a late stoppage. But I can't see that. I just think the over is a safer bet. But we're going to get into all of this. I would lay off of this fight. I would lay off Johnson and Kendo unless you can get a prop on the over. If you guys really want to roll the dice, that may be worth it. I have plus 500. I don't think if you would have gave me plus 800 or 700 like I initially thought it would be, these odds are actually closer than I thought they were going to be. I may take this. I plus 500. I'm not sure I want to take it. So if you get a prop on the over or the under, over 6.5 on Kendo and Tiger. Bang, there it is. See, that's what you want to bet right here. You want to take the over. I love that bet. I would build my parlay around it. That fight's going over. Tiger Johnson is not knocking out Kendo Castaneda. It's not happening. Kendo's been active. He's been busy. He's durable as hell. And Tiger's not a hitter. And I like Tiger, but he's not knocking out Kendo. I would take that and build my parlay around that. Carrington and Enrique Vivas. We have no props on this. Carrington money line. I haven't done the tape on it yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to take a poll. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. It's time to do a poll. Which fight should I do my next video on? Tiger versus Kendo or Shushu versus Vivas? Start poll. All right, there's a poll, guys. Let me know. I'm gonna let y'all pick which video should I do next. I just did Wong and Jordan Flynn. I did Zepeda and Tevin the night before that. I want y'all's take on this. What video should I do next? Should I do Kendo and Tiger, or should I take should I do Kendo versus Tiger, or should I do Shushu and Vivas? You guys let me know. Does Norman stop Cuevas, or does it go the distance? The odds on this has gotten worse to the point where it's not really even worth betting on. I still think if you can lock it in. Norman on the money line. I think it goes the distance. I think it goes. My bet would be it goes the distance. Do I feel comfortable enough to bet on that? That depends on the odds. I do think Norman wins the fight, though. I do think Norman wins. I think if I had to pick, it would go to decision. I would say Norman by decision is a bet worth taking, in my personal opinion. If you can get Tiger Johnson by decision, that's probably a bet I would also make. But I would take Bruce Carrington. Do we got props on this? Norman. Yeah, we do. We got all full props on this. It's basically even. Over 10.5 at minus 110. I kind of like it. Norman by decision plus 170. I kind of like that. The other bet that's interesting, Cuevas by TKO. If you like Cuevas, I would imagine Cuevas by stoppage. I'm sorry, just by stoppage. I would take Cuevas plus 850. I would probably bet on that. If Cuevas is going to win, he's going to stop. He's not going to win enough rounds, but he can punch. He is a hitter. So if he's going to win, it's going to come like this. That's an interesting bet. I'm not taking it. I'm just saying if you like Cuevas, just bet this. 850 is going to win by stoppage. But I like Norman at plus 170. I think that's worth betting on. My guess, my hunch is Norman by decision. So I like Norman by decision, and I like the over at certain props that I like. Caiazzo and Cano. The bet I like here, Caiazzo by stoppage is still minus 900. I don't really know if this is worth it. I'm not touching the over-under here. Caiazzo at minus 5,000, obviously not worth betting. If you want to throw Caiazzo in by stoppage, I think that's worth a bet. But I'm trying to stay away from these smaller guys, so I'm not going to be including this in my bet. But if you're looking to bring down the odds in your parlay, Caiazzo by stoppage is not a terrible bet. I've just been burned by these little guys. And I'm stepping away from these little guys. I don't know Edwin Cano that well. I did get to watch some of his tape. He's been stopped once. He hasn't beaten anyone I ever heard of. Michael Carmona is a name that he beat at 5-0. I don't know him well enough to really invest a lot of money into this. Caiazzo, I would imagine, would get the stoppage. He's got 5 stoppages in his last 6 fights. He usually stops people. This fight, it doesn't stand out to me as anything special. My hunch is that he gets stopped, but I'm staying away from this. Although I don't think this is a terrible bet at minus 900. It's also I don't think it's not worth it for me to put my parlay. To me, there are better bets to make. All right. Tevin Farmer at plus 550. Ooh, that might be a steal. So I would stay away from this. I would not bet Zepeda at minus 900. That is far, far, far too wide. What I would do is I love the over. I love the over on this bet. I would definitely take the over at minus 145. Those are not terrible odds. I think Farmer's rugged as hell. I think he knows how to fight. I don't think it's going to be a quick night. I think we're going to the scorecard. So I would take the over 10.5 at minus 145. And the knockdown, I will. Where is it? Under 1.5 knockdowns. I would take that bet too. I would take the over, and I would take under 1.5 knockdowns. I know Muscle likes the knockdown prop. I like the over better than the knockdowns, but I think you're safe with either one. I like the over 10.5 better than the knockdowns, but if you like the knockdown bets, take it. Under 1.5 knockdowns for sure. I would absolutely take that bet. I wouldn't bet on the money line here. To me, it's a bet at minus 900. Unless you like Farmer to win, I would take that. Also, what is a draw on this? It could be about plus 14, plus 1,800. I would probably look at a draw too. I think that's a fair bet. I would throw a little money. I think I'm going to throw a little money on a draw in this fight. All right. I love the over 8.5. I love that prop. I love Ryan by decision at plus 130. And I love betting on a draw at plus 1,200. And I love where is she? Where is it? You can make money on this. This is not technically an arbitrage bet, but it kind of is, right? Like Mayer by decision, Ryan by decision, and a draw. You're going to make money on this one way or the other, right? You're still going to make 4% if you bet on this. If so, I would look to make. You can make money. You're not making a ton of money, but you are making some money if you bet this all 3 ways, assuming it goes the distance. Look, Sandy Ryan, Michaela Mayer is not stopping this. Sandy Ryan, that's not finna happen. Okay, you can just throw that out. I'm kind of leaning towards Mayer right now to win, but it's a 50-50 fight. And now you're just betting on what the judges prefer. I don't know what the judges prefer. I didn't bring my crystal ball. All right, I don't see much that separates them. I didn't see much that separated them in their first fight. The first fight was a coin toss. It ended up being a 50-50 fight that they sided with Mayer. 3 different judges could have scored it differently on ringside, on press row. We all scored it for Mayer, most of us. the majority of us. I talked to Anthony Lever, who works with Matchroom, and he was not convinced that his fighter, Sandy Ryan, won the fight. He thought it could have gone either way. He was not upset with the decision. He understood the decision. So it was that kind of fight. And I think we're going to get that kind of fight again. So stay away from it. But it's going to go. Both these fighters are so skilled. We're not getting knockdowns. We're not getting knockouts. So bet the over. The other bet I like is the under 1.5 knockouts. Just take it right at 1,600. That's easy money. Throw it in your parlay. Easy money. Lock it up. Just take it. That's easy money. But I would definitely bet that fight to go the distance. And then obviously the fight to go the distance as well. Does the fight go the distance? Yes. All right, let me get to some of these and we'll jump back in this. All right. The Real says, got my big parlay. Shushu money line. Like it. Over 6.5 cast. Love that. Norman Jr. money line. Love it. Mayer money line. Farmer to go the distance. The only one that gives me any hesitation, and I'm leaning towards Mayer. I'm not convinced of it. Mayer money line. Now that's where a lot of your money's coming from because it's a close to even fight. It's not a bad bet, Real. And I'm leaning ever so slightly towards Mayer, but last week I was leaning towards Ryan. So, I mean, I don't know, man. That is such a 50-50 fight. So I would say this is a good bet. You have about a 40% chance of this hitting, 50% chance Mayer wins, and then a 90% chance everything else hits. There's nothing in this that scares me, but things happen. So that's why I'll say it's a 90. So what is it? You got a 40% chance of this hitting, and it pays out 4 times. That's a really good bet. I really like this parlay. Yeah, no, Rocket, I agree. Put the house on tab for the fight to go over 10.5. I'm with you. The fight's going over 10.5. This fight's going the distance. I agree with you. The only thing that scares me though is like, what if he lands one big body shot? Like one big body shot can end this at any point. But I'm with it. Bet it to go over. Still gonna throw a bit on Kendo. I really think Tiger could the bed on the fight night. Yeah, I don't think Kendo's a bad bet. Tiger has not lived up to what we thought he would be, so far. And Kendo's a live dog. He's an animal. He's pretty good. Hey, Ella and Yabuki. I'm trying to stay away from these Japanese fighters. This is an even money fight. Who do I like to win? Probably. Where is it? Where is the fight? There it is. I probably like Yabuki. Probably. There's no props on it. Yabuki. I would lean towards Yabuki in this fight. For my risky parlay, I'm going to do Shushu money line, Farmer money line. Ooh, Norman money line, Mayer money line, plus 1,200. It's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. I don't think that's bad. Rocket, do you like the under 1.5 knockdowns on Zepeda and Farmer and Mayer and Ryan? Yeah, it's a good bet, man. Muscles, let everyone know what your total parlay odds are on this. Let everyone know because it's a really good parlay, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please smash the like button, comments, super chats, the whole thing. Please put them in the chat below. Comments, questions, thoughts, super chats. Put them in the below. I will get to them. I like Dave's idea that this is a live bet. Japanese is live betting is A1. Yeah. We like that parlay, Muscles. We like it. I would bet that. All right, guys, make sure to bet the poll. Let me know what video you guys want me to do next. Like I said, Vaughn and Flynn is out now, so check that out. Check that out. All right. And that's pretty much it. I'll just go over, I'll run this down and I'll do comments, questions, thoughts. All right. Kendall Castaneda money line. Not a prop bet, but something maybe worth rolling the dice on. Bruce Carrington, I think you're safe. Brian Norman, I think you're safe. Norman Cuevas, over 10.5 at minus 110. Even money fight. I think it goes over. I think it's worth a bet. Norman by decision. I think Norman wins by decision at plus 170. There's good value there. I would take that. I'm not taking this, but if you think Cuevas is going to win, which some people have said they think he's going to win, Cuevas by stoppage is a good bet because that's how he's going to win. He's not going to win a decision. He doesn't have enough volume. He's not going to win enough rounds. He's not super sharp, super fast, but he can hit a little bit. Caiazzo by KO. I think it's a fair bet. Over 10.5, Zepeda and Farmer. I think this is a great bet. Muscles loves this. Under 1.5 knockdown, Zepeda Farmer. I think that hits. I'm more confident with this one, though. I'm more confident with Zepeda and Farmer going over than I am with the knockdowns, but I'm confident with both of them. Draw on Zepeda Farmer at plus 1,800. I think it's worth the risk. I'm going to throw something on that. Mayer Ryan minus 1,100 on the over. Ryan, decision, draw. Bet that every which way. Under 1.5 knockdowns, I think is a steal. Fight to go the distance, I think is a steal. I think both of these are good bets. I would try to bet both of these in different parlays. I would absolutely do that. And that's pretty much it. Those are the props that I like. If you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, please let me know. I'm going to check my poll. I'm going to get through these comments and then check my poll and then wrap this up. Let's go, Rocket. If anybody is getting dropped, it's Zepeda. Rocket's been on this Tevin Farmer thing. I think Tevin Farmer is a live dog. I think the fight goes a distance, and I think that's your best bet. If you want to throw some money on, Farmer by decision, what is Farmer by decision? Because that's the better bet. Farmer by decision is plus 800. I may throw some money on that. So Muscles parlay odds on the Mayer fight and the Zepeda fight having less than 1.5 knockdown is minus 154. It's a good bet. Good odds, champ. All I need is one knockdown and I win. Yeah. That is so durable. I agree. I agree with Rocket. Durable. AF. I want Tevin to win so bad, bro. It's just, he's gotten, in this comeback, he's had 2 fights of consequence, 2 big fights, and he lost both of them by a hair. So close. You could argue he won both of those fights. And how much different would he be viewed right now if he had went over Morataya and Zepeda? He'd be viewed as like the best guy in the weight class, right? I'm being serious. And he's arguable. He's got 2 very, very close losses to both of them that could be wins. My parlay, Norman, Zepeda, Mayer fights go the distance plus 346. All right, let me look at this again. He goes, Joseph Quayle goes, I can't stand dealing with judges after Scott. Yeah, no, I hear you. So Norman and Zepeda and Mayer fight to go the distance. Yeah, no, it's a good prop. Plus 346. I like that a lot, Joseph. I like it. I dig that a lot. I got the lock now, Gary. Shushu by decision. I don't have a prop on Shushu by decision. Mayer to go the distance. Farmer to go the distance. Norman Jr. by decision. Castaneda to go the distance. Plus 1970. All right, let me break this down. Let me kind of try to comprehend this. Shushu by decision. Yeah, I'm good with that. Mayer to go the distance. I love that. Farmer to go the distance. Love that. Norman by decision. I like that. And Castaneda, I would bet on all of that. I would say that those are the likely outcomes, and it's paying you plus 2,000. Are all of them going to hit? I don't know, but I would bet them all to hit. Tevin money line plus 470. But by decision, he's plus 800. Just take him by decision if you're going to bet him. You get almost twice the money. I got Norman stops quick. Maybe it could happen. It could. That's why I would just take him on the money line. Just parlay it. I'm with you. All right, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Let me check my poll. If you guys have not voted in the poll, please make sure to bet in that poll right now. Betting that poll right now. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up. All right. You guys aren't voting this much. All right. You guys want Tiger and Kendo next. You guys want Tiger and Kendo? I will give you Tiger and Kendo. It wasn't very popular voted, but only 80 y'all voted, but that's what y'all voted for. So that's what you will get. Tevin is training harder for this fight for sure. Hard Rock killing me. I only have the money line. Streaming tomorrow night at 8. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. I have Zepeda. I hope Zepeda don't get knocked down more than once. I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, y'all. I'm going to wrap this up. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all forms. Guys, please smash the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. You don't have the broad fight at all? You don't have the mayor fight at all, Rocket? You don't have it even money line on it? You have nothing on the broads? All right, man. All right. That sucks. That sucks a lot. All right, y'all. March 26th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.